Hi guys, I'm Joel. I create games, and today I want to work on a little bit of level design. So I've created a whole bunch of stuff in my city. You can buy items, you can get buffs, you can heal, you can rest, you can hire a new mercenary. And what I want to do is create a small sort of basic cave dungeon in Blender. This is the current dungeon. It goes down here around here to here, where there's a big boulder that you can click, but there's no enemies there. It's just a area that I can test and show. It's got the fog here as well. But what I want to do is design a thing in Blender, and also in that cave, I want to add an interactable object that allows you to get gold from different areas, and that will be the chests effectively in the game. So I'll see what I can do, and I'll see you soon. Okay. Okay, so I'm back, and what I've done is I've created the cave that I wanted to make, and I created the chest, and actually I went beyond that because the chest would add gold to the inventory, but the inventory wasn't in the fight scene, and so I actually created the inventory inside the fight scene and connected those to the overworld, which also didn't have an inventory, and the city. So the inventories carry over. So let's just see. This is my party. This is my inventory. My inventory is empty. I've got 3 players inside of my party. And when I enter the dungeon, this is the cave. So I'm just going to move over here, and there's a chest here. And when I click on it, and when I interact with it, because it's an interactable object like the interactables that I've made before, I gain 35 gold. So in the inventory, I have 35 gold sitting there, and I've disabled all of the enemies in in this area, so actually I can just leave immediately. And then in the overworld, if I look at my inventory, I've still got 35 gold, and then I'll move to the city. I still have 35 gold, which I can then buy stuff with. Bang, right? 1 beer. Perfect. 27. That's amazing. Okay, and then I can leave and enter the dungeon again. And when I do, I brought some beer to the dungeon, which is lovely. So that's what I've done. The implementation of the chests was actually a lot more interesting than I thought it would be, because technically when you open a chest you'd get items, and that means when you're adding items you add them to your inventory, which would mean that I need to implement the inventory system in the overworld and in the dungeon to connect it to the city. But it's created a little game loop, because I can now go to the city, get buffs, go to the dungeon, um, get gold for those buffs. So if I open the dungeon scene, this is the dungeon right now. The 3D area. It's got some stalagmites, it's got some chests, it's got some colored gems. And actually, it does have enemies as well. And they do work, but I just disabled them to show that I can move the gold around with the chest. But yeah, no, there are enemies as well. There they are. So that's a level, and I'm really excited about it because it means that I've got technically a small game loop with the aim of like getting as much gold as possible, I guess. But that's what I've done. I think next time I'd like to make an enemy that like does something slightly different to these, maybe like a ranged enemy. I don't know. Um, but anyway, I'll figure that out another time, and I hope you enjoyed or found this interesting. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.